Fuad here, back on Behind the Gloves with another interview. I'm joined by the one and only Callum Mundo Smith. Post-workout, how you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. Training's going well. The camp's going well. It's almost done now, and yes, I'm looking forward to fight night. Should be a good one.
John Ryder, 4 KOs in his last fights. Feeling confident. He's obviously a very tough game opponent. How have you prepared for him?
Yeah, no, listen, I prepared well. We always do. I respect every opponent, and being a world champion now, I've got to expect the best version of everyone who I fight now. It's their big opportunities, their chance to change their lives and achieve their dream, and I've been in that position, and I know what mindset I had going into the world title fight. So I'm expecting the best version of him, but I believe in my own ability, and the best version of me beats anyone in the world.
Could it be a banana skin though, because he is on a roll, and like you said, he's got nothing to lose, so it could be a potential banana.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I've trained so hard this camp. It's been a good camp, and I've worked so hard to be a world champion, and they'll just talk a potential Anfield fight, and Canelo, Golovkin, and all the big fights, and they all disappear if I slip up in this fight. So this fight I must win more than ever, and I plan on keeping my world title, and moving on into 2020 and having a big year.
You mentioned Canelo Alvarez. He had his big fight the other week against Sergey Kovalev, light heavyweight. First of all, what did you make of his performance?
I don't think it was the best Canelo performance, but you've got to take into account he moved up a couple of weights, and listen, Kovalev was writ off beforehand, but he's a good fighter, and whatever way you look at it, Canelo just moved up and knocked a good world champion out at 175. So listen, you've got to give him credit for that. Whether he stays at 175, I doubt it. I think he'll go back down, hopefully to 168, but we'll have to wait and see. But in terms of the performance, it wasn't the best performance, but he did what he had to do. He got the win.
Billy Joe Saunders' team was saying that they'd move up to face Canelo at light heavy if you were to stay around. It seems more suitable if you did move up to light heavy. Would that be an interest, even though you've got a world title at this weight division?
Yeah, listen, if the Canelo fight was offered at 175, of course I'd move up. If it was offered at 168, I'd stay at 168. If it was at 160, I couldn't go that good.
Prime, you just want him.
Yeah, but listen, I think everyone just wants the Canelo fight. He's the superstar in boxing at the minute. He's the money fight for everyone. So I think there's a massive queue. I think everyone's just got to get in line and wish they're the one who's picked. But I've said previously in the past, I'm not going to waste my career chasing a fight that might never ever happen. So if the Canelo fight happens, it happens. If it doesn't, there's a lot of other big fights out there for me, and they're the fights I want, the fights that motivate me, the fights that will make me want to go to the gym and train, and that's what 2020 will be about.
I just mentioned Billy Joe Saunders there. Obviously he's fighting tomorrow on the KSI Logan Paul undercard. I asked you a similar question last time, but I just want to take your thoughts now that it's closer to his fight and Matchroom have promoted him throughout the fight week. You being an original Matchroom fighter, being a world champion, and also being said and told that you need more promoting, has it been frustrating for you to watch Billy Joe Saunders, who's just come over to this side of the street, being promoted and put on a big show like that?
Not really, to be honest with you, because I said to another interviewer, listen, I don't care about anyone else's career. I care about my own, and as long as I just keep winning and keep performing, and just as long as I get to where I want to be, everyone else can do their own thing. And listen, I don't begrudge anyone, and as long as, unless they face me, then they're not a rival to me. And listen, good luck to Billy Joe the weekend. I hope he wins. I hope he keeps his belt. And listen, a fight between ourselves is a big fight, whether it happens next or listen, if either of us can secure one of the bigger names over in America, then we'll have to wait and see. But I focus on myself. I always have done, and listen, good luck to him this weekend. And it's a strange show. It's a big platform for him, to be honest with you. There's going to be a lot of people watching it. I think it's a bit disrespectful, the fact he's on. Him and Devin Haney are both world champions, and they're both on the undercard. But I see the benefits from it, because it is a show that a lot of people will watch.
What have you made of all the fight week antics over there in LA? The press conference was yesterday.
I see little clips of it on Instagram. It's good on them. If there's a lot of interest for it and a lot of people want to watch it, then why not? I see the other side of it, where like they do an interview saying they beat other boxers and stuff, and I'd like to see them try. I'd like to see whoever wins to try and pursue a career in professional boxing, and we'll see how tough it is then. But in terms of them fighting each other, listen, good on them. I hope it's a good fight. They both got little gloves on, so I think we might see a knockout this time.
Spoke to your brother about what you just said there, them turning pro and then facing other pro fighters. Would you see him standing a chance against even journeyman? Because Liam didn't seem to agree with that.
I don't know. Listen, a lot of journeymen are better than what they make out, and a lot of them don't lose on purpose, but listen, they won't work every week, and if you're going in and beating prospects, then you're not going to be fighting every week, because you'll have to wait. You won't fight them until they're a little bit better. So a lot of them, if they want to, could perform better than they actually do, and they're there to just do a job and hopefully learn something from them. But listen, if they wanted to win, I think a lot of journeymen could beat them too. Again, I haven't seen a lot of KSI or Logan Paul. I'll have to watch them and see how good they are. But listen, boxing's tougher, and you see more and more people turning pro now, thinking it's easy and you can get to 10, 15 and 0 without doing nothing, and they lose within the first few because it's a lot tougher than people think.
And last question, just going back onto future opponents. Eddie said that Billy Joe might be the most likeliest to get the Canelo fight next. For you, would a Golovkin fight interest you at 168? Obviously, with his last performance, what did you make of it? And is that a massive possibility for the next fight?
Yeah, listen, I'd love a fight with Golovkin. I've been a fan of him for years. I think he's a top fighter, and listen, it's no easy fight. His last fight, he didn't look the best. It wasn't vintage Golovkin. He looked, I think he's just starting to just age a tiny bit. But he's
tough opponent, though.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's a tough opponent. He's still beating good world level fighters. So it's the same when people say, oh, Pacquiao's finished, but he's still beating top fighters. Listen, whether he's on drugs or not, I don't know. But he's still beating top fighters, even though he's well past his prime. And I think Golovkin's like that. He's probably slightly past it, but he's still good enough to, let's say, win world titles and compete at the very highest level. So it's a tough fight, but he's a massive name, and in and around my division outside Canelo, he's probably the next biggest name possible. So listen, of course, if that fight was offered, it's a fight I would take, definitely.
All right, Callum Smith, thank you for your time, and we'll see you fight week. Cheers, mate.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this icon right here, or else